remember this song. It won't let me be great. Just want to go deep with y'all today. Because this Mercury is Scorpio, y'all. That is going in deep, deep, dark places. But there's light somewhere underneath all life's deep, dark secrets. I guess I'll hit that later. Let's get into Addicted to Astrology with TMZ. Let me just point out that I'm a Scorpio and that we are 5 days away from Scorpio season. 4 days. My Libra sun is 2 days away from his 14th birthday. And if you don't know, this song is by the lovely Miss Janet Jackson, who is a Taurus. A lot of this is about that Taurus and Scorpio energy. That intimate, yet stable. Even, the cardinal signs, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. Not so much as Capricorn, Aries, and Libra. It is Libra season. We do have Aries and Mars in retrograde. Mars and Aries in retrograde. Opposing the Libra sun. The Libra new moon. The Taurus full moon coming up. Mercury and Scorpio in retrograde. Going back into Mercury and Libra. Venus and Virgo going into Venus and Libra. All the Capricorn planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto still giving big energy. It's a lot going on. From here on out, it's going to be a lot going on. New era. What y'all thought? Things was going to go back to the same? Scorpio is here to dig into it, though. So let's go. So good morning, good evening. It is November the 19th? Yeah. It's like the days are going in 24 minutes versus 24 hours these days. Why am I in the dark? Well, many of us are in the dark, actually. Talking about Scorpios going into your deep, darkest places. And so here I am. In my deep, dark place. But no fear in my heart. No worries. Let's get started. Mercury moved into Scorpio at the beginning of, it moved into Libra. It was still in Libra season. And then it moved into Scorpio, yes, on the 23rd of September, the first day of Libra. Now we are moving into the last days of Libra. Scorpio went into retrograde on October 13th. And it'll move back and go direct on November the 3rd. But it'll go direct, moving back into the sign of Libra. Mercury entered the shadow period on September 23rd at 25 degrees of Libra. And on October the 13th, it went retrograde at 11 degrees in Scorpio. Then it'll go back into 25 degrees of Libra when it goes direct on 11/3. November 3rd. And then it'll go direct and back past its shadow on November the 19th. Also, that same week, Mars goes direct. This will be the energies along with Mars in retrograde. Mars also rules Scorpio, and Mars goes direct, like I said, in Aries around the same time as Mercury's shadow going direct after the 3rd. So it'll be 10 days after the 3rd, all in the same week around the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. So what's going to likely happen with all this is it will feel like you're going back over your worst fears and basically fighting them, dealing with them. Your regrets, your nightmares, intense times, the parts that are severely emotional, based on previous controls that have held over your life. And it's time now to go back to the origin, the root of all this fear, of all this regret, of all this emotional severity. Mercury and Scorpio will take it to the depths of its origin in order to balance it back out and bring trust and safety and security to you. The energies will also go into our relationships. Libra is like where you or who you meet, and Scorpio is getting to know you or who you've met. A lot of this energy is not only dealing with the relationships, because Libras like to deal with relationships with others. It's also inward, so it has to deal with self. Being retrograde means you're reviewing inwardly. So, you're getting to know someone with Scorpios intimately, emotionally, financially even, spiritually. You're getting to know who you are. You're getting to know who you're dealing with. You're getting to know their intention with you. You're getting to know your intentions with yourself. Because ultimately, all relationships start with self. We're in a relationship with ourselves, so we want to be in relationships with people who make ourselves feel good. So ultimately, all relationships go back to us and ourselves, which is why we have to go deeper and open up more, become more intimate with ourselves and each other, and build up our trust to feel safe and secure. So, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. I'm a Scorpio sun at 22 degrees. What is most interesting is that the new moon that just happened on the 16th and the 17th of this past week was at, I have to look at my notes, around the 23rd degree, and it's opposing, well, the new moon is in Libra. So coming up, we'll have the new moon in Scorpio, and that'll be opposing my, that'll be sextiling or trining. Don't get me started. It's going to be a good union because the degrees will be conjunct. Degrees will be blended because they're the same degrees that were happening on the Scorpio new moon. That'll be right around my birthday, November 15th. So it's a lot to look forward to, a lot of new era we're stepping in. We have to release these fears, especially with the full moon in Taurus coming up opposing the sun in Scorpio. So, the relationships that you are involved in, again, begin with the relationship you have with yourself. And that is consistent. The more consistent you are with yourself, the more consistent your relationships will be. Your energy is consistent. The way you trust, the way you love, the way you share, how you're caring. And our own programming with ourselves is how we also program others to love ourselves unconsciously. So our old habits are stuck moments that we didn't see at first, that have been holding us back, and that haven't been allowing us to free our own minds or think our own ways. Or we may have even distracted or retracted ourselves with love and how we care for others and ourselves, or putting our feelings off. A lot of Libra energies, because our relationship builders, a lot of Libra energies, low vibing energies, involve not being able to love self or be hard on yourself sometimes. Then the root of all this, getting back to the root of these past experiences and beliefs that have been holding us back. You can, observing your birth chart, you can look at your South Node, which is where you come from and your experiences, especially the South Node over the collective now is in Sag. That is showing us as a collective that our belief systems have ultimately been limiting us all our lives. And that's where we come from. Limiting beliefs as a collective. And regardless of our race or gender or sexual preferences, there's always something coming up showing us what we have been missing and how we need to work it out. And then Mercury and Scorpio will take us to these deep, dark places. And then when it goes back into Libra, it will balance out the good and the bad in a ways that you can deal with it better, especially in the middle of November, when Mercury's shadow period is over and it is fully direct and can fully move back into Scorpio season and fight any of these fears continuously, no more worries, and move on with Mercury and Sag, which is on my birth chart. My Mercury's in Sag on my birth chart, and moving into Mercury and Sag is moving into those new beliefs, that higher level thinking. It's all aligned perfectly. And being that it's going to go show us now and then go back and balance out the good and the bad, that will help our heart, our spirit. Things will open up for us. Trapped energies will release, especially with this full moon in Taurus. A lot of release, a lot of shocking news with Uranus opposing these, Uranus and Taurus opposing these Scorpio energies. It's like being on a journey in a dark, deep forest. And let's go with water, because Scorpio is a water sign. Being in like a dark, deep ocean. You're not in a submarine, you're just a scuba diver. And you know you shouldn't go too far because you won't be able to breathe. But you have no worries. You have no more fear. You're moving forward always, pushing through the fear, because you know at the bottom of this ocean will be exactly what you need. You don't know what it is, beyond it being clarity. You will get a reminder of feeling safe and protected while in this dark place, because it'll feel good, even though there's a lot of bad going on around you. And this is really how I feel right now. It might not come across that way because I'm so aggressive sometimes as a Scorpio, an intense one at the 22nd degree. But I know that genuinely this energy will help me trust and believe myself as the collective finds deeper truths. You know, Scorpios can be ruthless, but fearless. It's all or nothing. It's yes or no, my way or the highway. And this journey in life, depending on the type of energy we bring to ourselves, it helps takes action toward the right things, especially with Mars and Aries. However, it's in retrograde, so Mercury and Scorpio's gift is understanding how to get to better understandings while we're waiting on taking action on them. So Mars being the ruler of Scorpio and Aries. The Aries energies are allowing us to regroup and get ready to take action. And then the Mercury in Scorpio is giving us the understanding of how to take that action, trusting ourselves when it's time to take action, when it's time to move forward. We'll have the right resources. We'll know how to shift these energies in new ways and show. Scorpio is about being powerful too. It's about business, money, especially Scorpio and Taurus energies, stability, building from like the ground. Taurus could be on down or up because Scorpio is deep. Scorpio is also elevating. The opposing Uranus and Taurus in retrograde also will happen. Opposition will happen 3 times during this retrograde. I think I've talked about this before in the last episode. One just happened this past week, yesterday actually, on October 19th, where Uranus was opposing Mercury in Scorpio. It'll also do it for a final time. It did it 10 on October 7th, and it'll do it again on November 17th. That week, in the middle of November, my birthday month is always just super lit. That birthday week, the middle of November is just like, I don't know how to describe it, but this year is going to be really, really eye-opening. But getting back to powerful and meaning lives, I do not have to live in fear. No one does. Doubt, old beliefs, secrets, and I can make my own choices. I'm rebalancing my energies. That's the theme with Mercury and Scorpio. Then when the sun enters Scorpio, bringing in the light from the sun being the masculine energy, especially on October 25th, second day in, the sun and Mercury will be conjunct in Scorpio. So when this conjunction, blended energies happen with the sun and Mercury both being around 2 degrees, because Mercury in retrograde is going back and it's going into Libra. The sun is just entering Scorpio, so they'll meet at 2 degrees. Conjunct, blended energies. So this is like something can be shown in the darkness. It's like an intuitive feeling. Scorpios are intuitive. Then when Mercury enters Libra on the 27th of October, the same day Venus will enter Libra as well. At 0 degrees, rebalancing what you want to support you in making new decisions. Venus and Mercury in Libra, especially Libra's low vibing, is indecisiveness. So when Libras can make a decision, it's awesome. In the first realm is the sun. In the last realm is Mercury. I'm sorry. Venus is in the first realm, going into Libra, not the sun. Venus will be going into Libra in the first realm of Libra. And Mercury will be going back into the last realm of Libra. So this is like loving yourself from crown on down. Both the planets will, being in Libra from both ends, bring in new possibilities in our minds and transforming situations and relationships. Then Mercury will go direct in Libra at 25 degrees, so still in that last realm on November the 3rd. And then Mars will go direct in Aries on the 14th of November at 15 degrees. And then this will make you feel different, encouraging yourself, trusting yourself, and energizing yourself. Lastly, your future self will be grateful. It is ready to show and give reminders of how to get to this point moving forward. There's new potentials. There's new relationships to build. There's new experiences to have. There's beautiful energies, harmonious energies coming from Libra, going back into Mercury, and then going forward into Scorpio again. So how quickly you will see where you were made to be, where the light has always been, how powerful you can be in this world, and how well needed and essential you are in relationships, especially within yourself. And then it'll move on to others as you love yourself and build your own relationship with self. This is awesome energy for Mercury and Scorpio. And now, let's move to the new moon in Libra. I'm going to give y'all even less light, because if you look up in the sky at this moment, the new moon in Libra was now 3 days ago. We just missed the moon in Scorpio. We'll catch the moon in Scorpio next month, especially around my birthday. But if you look up in the sky right now, you'll barely see the moon, because new moon means the moon is dark. It's in a dark place. We're talking about dark places. The theme is dark places and the pressure to move forward and out of those dark places. Libra, lower energies again, are letting things be, being unsatisfied, being indecisive, being wrapped up into what others think. But the higher Libra is building up the relationships, sharing your experiences, building up yourself, showing harmony within yourself so you can show it to others. And then the new moon brings in new things, new energies, new eras, new points of life, and a new chance, especially 6 months in from each new moon or after each new moon. It brings a manifestation. So we're talking about the zodiac new year. 6 months from now, where will we be? In Aries season. This beginning of spring. After the cold winter. What we have planted will grow. From here on out. Manifestation. New moon in Libra. So, I'll give y'all light the rest of the time so I can read as well. Opposition with Mars and Aries in the Libra new moon in retrograde. Not the moon, but Mars and Aries at 20 degrees, reminding you what you need for you and what satisfies you. So here again, these retrograde energies are working inward. Mars is still squaring Capricorn planets, of course. The Capricorn planets, again, are all in the third realm. Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, 25, 22, and 19 degrees. So Jupiter is at the last realm degree of the second realm. But it is moving direct now, so it's going into the last realm. So basically, don't be mad at yourself. but assert your needs, especially with authority. So it's hard for Mars and Aries in retrograde to assert its needs or be aggressive or move. And Capricorn is still the authority figure over that. The Capricorn energies are really strong. My moon being in Capricorn, I feel that world government fatherly structure over us still. But when that Mars goes direct in November, I feel like our Capricorn energies will finally be ready to negotiate and break down. Venus and Virgo, which is moving into Libra very soon, but Venus and Virgo is inwardly going into our strengths. Venus really doesn't like to be in Virgo. It rules Libra and Taurus, but it gets like our bodies and energies and how we love ourselves together. So it's good for Venus to be in Virgo for that purpose. Mercury is in Scorpio, as we talked before, healing you emotionally, your truths. Again, it'll oppose Uranus at 9 degrees on, it just opposed it a couple of days ago. And that is working away from our fears, as I discussed at the beginning of this episode. So, get out of the cardinal war with self around the world. So cardinal signs, again, those independent signs, those do-it-all signs, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. The oppositions with all those, with the brain, Uranus brings freedom. Uranus is the rebellion planet. It is in retrograde in Taurus, opposing many of the cardinal signs. Mercury is the personal planet in the personal mind, having to deal with our thoughts and how we communicate. Uranus is the higher conscious of the collective mind. So there is going to be discomfort before truth. Discomfort is Mercury and Scorpio, digging into our deep, dark secrets and then balancing them out later. So it won't be so uncomfortable for long, and then the truth will come with Uranus opposing Mercury. Venus and Virgo will be opposing Neptune and Pisces. Venus and Virgo is the how do we do this? How do we get here? How do we organize this? And Neptune and Pisces is like, I don't know. I don't know if y'all remember a few episodes ago where I was talking about the Venus, and in Virgo season, I was talking about the Venus and Pisces opposition and how Venus is very structured and ordered, and Pisces is very chaotic and all over the place. And they're opposing signs with the similar characteristics, however, very different. Not only that, Capricorn will come in and step up for Pisces when it is conjunct with Jupiter in Capricorn at 19 degrees, and Pisces will be at 18. And basically, Capricorn being that fatherly figure, that world government authority figure, will say, well, here are the resources you need, Pisces, Neptune and Pisces. Go ahead and show Virgo how to do this, Venus how to do this. Pluto is at 22 degrees, conjuncting the new moon and the sun at 23 degrees of Libra. So this supermoon, this is actually a supermoon, will be blending with the transformation planet Pluto. So all these new energies coming in are transforming us over the collective, blending with our emotions, transforming our emotions, transforming that fear that I keep talking about, transforming those relationships with ourselves and each other. Earth's energies with Mars retrograde helps ground the pressure of life in new ways. And then the Taurus full moon will come on October 31st, and it'll bring strong releases and breakthroughs and energies. So I'm going to look forward to talking to you all in Scorpio season. I probably will come on the 30th because Halloween night is promising. So I'll come on that Friday before, and then I'll check in afterwards. But I feel like in 2 weeks, it'll be so much new stuff. And then in a month, I can't wait. I know I'm going to be new. So I love y'all for tuning in. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia, enlightening every day. And this is Addicted to Astrology. I thank y'all for still being here with me. We are almost 6 months in of me doing this. And I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing, asking questions, viewing. I appreciate you coming to me for your birth charts. I appreciate you coming to me for ghostwriting. I am about to get back at it because my temporary government position is ending this week, actually, and I'm getting ready to go into a new era of having whatever's next. Uncertainty brings tremendous truths and opportunities, and I'm excited. You know, I'm not even going to say I'm fearful because I'm really not. I've been manifesting like crazy. New moon also means you want to write down your new moon intentions. You get a journal. You write down the things you manifest or where you see yourself in 6 months. And then you read it in 6 months and see how much has happened. So I can't wait when I write this one in 6 months to see what's happened. And I'm going to actually read and go back to April 2019. I'm sorry, April 2020. April 2020, which was when COVID-19 started popping off real heavy. And here we are now. And that second wave is not going to be what y'all expect. Deep, dark secrets. We'll let you know exactly what it is very soon. Love y'all for loving Z.